seeing white people in real time come on this platform with the realization that SNAP benefits is the same thing as food stamps and EBT, it's quite comedic. I can't lie. It's a little funny. And not funny, haha, funny, weird, because they did the same shit with Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act. They didn't realize that they were one and the same. Just two different names. SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, EBT, food stamps, they're all the same, just different. You know, one is just like the government official name. I don't know. That's the thing about racism and being racist. It's a sickness. It's a disease that's generational, if we're being quite frank. And y'all don't want to heal from it. Y'all don't want to get better because you feel like you can stand on some imaginary pedestal instead of, I don't know, instead of allowing everyone to get benefits that make all of our lives better. You will cut off your nose to spite your face. You will shoot yourself in the foot in the name of making things difficult for a demographic that you just don't like, for something that they can't change, their skin. But then you don't realize you're hurting yourself too. And a lot of these politicians, the only color they care about is green. Money is their god. Money is who they serve. I don't know what more you need to understand. That it's not like a left and right thing. Yes, most of the time, unfortunately, because we do live in America, it is a black and white thing. But it's also like an up and down thing. A lot of y'all, especially white people, need to realize that you are the third estate. You are the proletariat. You're not the bourgeoisie. That's not how that works. But again, your racism that y'all don't want to get rid of, that y'all don't want to let go of because it makes you feel better about yourself, has now caused all of this to come full circle. I don't know, like, why are y'all mad? Y'all voted for this. And then saying y'all didn't vote for this is kind of crazy. Y'all gotta stop saying I didn't know. That's not a valid excuse. We have Google. There are so many different platforms for you to obtain information from. I don't know is not good enough. You voted for it. You wanted that man in there. And he don't care about y'all. He don't care about none of us. We're not in his circle. Why do y'all really, like, you see how much of a nasty sickness racism is? It's caused all of this BS. And y'all can't cure yourselves until y'all face reality and admit that you're sick. You have to, first part of recovery is admitting that you actually do have a problem, that you have a sickness. You know, so let's start from there. But y'all don't even want to admit that. So, I guess.
So, apparently, while many white Americans have long, been led to believe that programs like the SNAP, that is the food stamps, were created mainly to help the black people, it is turning out to show that the false belief was pushed by decades of political messaging and media stereotypes. By showing images of black mothers or families whenever welfare was, discussed, over time, it made people associate poverty and government help with being black. And but in reality now, most SNAP recipients are turning out to be white. And they form the largest group getting that support, especially in rural states where poverty quietly hits hard. Yeah, those are the poor whites. And so when these same people cheered for SNAP cuts, that is, in the time past, they were, unknowingly celebrating the loss of a program that keeps food on their own tables. It's a sad reflection of how racism, blinds people and making them fight against help that actually, is needed. And then the truth is, hunger doesn't discriminate. SNAP isn't just a black thing or a white thing. It's an American survival thing. And the ultimate joy or irony in this particular context is that they thought they were cutting off someone else's lifeline, but they were really, cutting their own. It's like cutting off the hand that feeds you. So join me, because I've sampled, put together clips courtesy of the creators, and as we usually do it here, me and you are going to watch, and of course show back at the end of this particular show with more comments and thoughts over this same. So let's keep watching.
Okay, listen, white people, specifically the ones that are bitching about SNAP benefits and what people are buying with their SNAP benefits, all that stuff. If you have a problem with it, I'm hoping you'll listen to me. Probably not, but let's see. I am 53 years old. I have been working consistently for most of my adult life. I was laid off in April. I have been diligently looking for a job since then. I desperately want to work. I am very fortunate in my circumstances. If it wasn't for my mom, for my family, I would probably be homeless, living in my Jeep because I own it. I had unemployment. My unemployment ran out. I applied for food stamps, right? Went through the whole rigmarole. It is not efficient. You can't just easily get it. It's not easy to get, okay? I was denied because I have a little bit of savings. You have to be completely broke to get food stamps, okay? I have been paying, since April, I have been paying over $800 a month for Cobra to still have health insurance. I'm almost out of money, all right? And I was denied food stamps. So cut the bullshit with, oh, people are abusing it and they're getting $1,100. No. I had EBT before because my ex-husband couldn't keep a job. And for the two of us, two adults, we got right around like $250 a month for all of our groceries. The biggest percentage of people that have SNAP are white people. Most people that have SNAP have jobs too. You don't care what they get. You don't really care. And if you proclaim to be Christian and have Bible verses in your profile, you're the worst. Because this is not what Jesus would do. And I'm not religious, but if you proclaim to be, you can't pick and choose and then say, force women to have children and then take away any leg up they have after that. School lunch programs where underprivileged kids get free lunches or discounted lunches, that's part of SNAP. So if you have a problem with helping out other people, you're what's wrong with this country. It isn't just about you. All right? I know the people that need to hear it probably won't, but I thought possibly, maybe, if they hear it from a white woman who has always worked and now is trying to work and can't find a job, maybe they'll listen. I doubt it, but I gave it a shot. Okay, bye.
Okay, let's find out. And this is exactly why I think the dead internet theory is real, because there's just no way, right? There's no way. It took 10 seconds to Google this. 10 seconds. That's all I needed to just undo this racist ass opinion. It just makes no sense to me. So what happens now? You find out it's actually your people, and then what? What happens now? Like, when you actually find out it's you, it's your own people taking from you, what do you do next? So now that you're faced with the reality that it's you, it's white people taking the most SNAP benefits, which again, they should be. The government should be giving out because they're screwing all of us over. What do you do now? Do you start taking accountability? Do you start self-reflecting and think, hey, maybe my views are racist. Maybe they're rooted in racism. Maybe they have no basis. Maybe I assumed black because that's what I've been told. instead of realizing that I know nothing. At what point does that click? How much more propaganda are you going to fall for? How many more stereotypes are going to fall into? Like, this is so boring. This is boring.
If you are somebody who's been impacted by the SNAP benefit cuts and you are a member of the Black trans, Black non-binary, and Black gender non-conforming community, here is a resource that has a deadline of November 7th that can get you access to $400 of groceries, but you got to move fast. Hi, my name is Beverly, and I am your Chief Empowerment Officer. And this resource is from the Okra Project. This Black Trans Mutual Aid Fund just doubled their holiday grocery fund as a direct response to SNAP benefits being cut. They are offering $400 towards groceries distributed through a digital gift card. And what makes this program so special, the Okra Project specifically supports Black trans, Black non-binary, and Black gender non-conforming community members. They understand the unique barriers that LGBTQIA plus community members face, especially during times where access to critical resources are restricted. And they are stepping up to fill the gap when government programs like SNAP have failed. This is mutual aid at its most direct. I'm going to put the link for the website in the comments below because the deadline is November 7th. And all you have to do is fill out the Google form with the information. Qualified applicants are selected at random, and you'll hear back by November 15th if you've been selected. The Okra Project runs multiple programs all year round with resources. So if you or somebody you love is part of the Black trans, Black non-binary, and Black gender non-conforming community, please look at the Okra Project as they continue to provide resources to the community, especially in critical times like this. As a reminder, the life expectancy on average for a Black transgender woman is 30 to 35 years. And in some areas, especially in urban centers, it's even lower in the mid-20s range, in comparison to 78 years for the general U.S. population. Thank you to the Okra Project, and if you or somebody you love could benefit from this resource, or even if you yourself cannot benefit from this resource, but you want to get the word out as quickly as possible, please comment below and share this video. Follow the Okra Project and grab that link in the comments before the deadline of November 7th. And let's keep finding resources and getting to work.
Why am I seeing immigrants and undocumented immigrants talking about November 1st they're not receiving any SNAP benefits? Y'all are hard workers. What are you talking about? You're on SNAP and receiving EBT. You came over here and built the country. Y'all did the work because Americans was so lazy. I should not be seeing any immigrants of any race, of any creed on here talking about they're losing their SNAP benefits on November 1st because y'all are hard workers. And they told us that y'all wasn't receiving any government assistance. Y'all shouldn't be on here crying. Y'all should not be on here crying because y'all hard workers. Remember that? But that's all you see on here. A lot of immigrants on here. Oh my God, Trump is cutting off the SNAP benefits. They told us, yo peoples told us, all these political officials was like, yeah, undocumented immigrants and immigrants, they're not receiving any government assistance. They're hard workers. Come to find out, they lied to us, y'all. They lied to the American people. We are not lazy, and they're receiving, the immigrants, first gen included, are receiving government benefits. I'm so disappointed.
Dear nieces and nephews, if a news station comes up to you and they want to interview about losing your SNAP benefits, decline the interview. If I see you on a news station, I'm going to find you and we're going to have us a good old come to Jesus moment with Auntie. They are using us. They want to make the narrative that Black people are so worried about losing SNAP benefits, like we are the ones who get the most in SNAP benefits, and we're not. White women are. And the people who are going to crash out when November 1st happens and they can't swipe their card and it says insufficient funds on their cards are going to be the white folk, not the Black folk, because we used to struggling. We used to struggle. We used to going to the church and getting food. We used to having community and people having a garden and showing up and making sure that families don't go without. These other people ain't used to that. They're not about that life. So they're going to be the ones, not to saying that we ain't going to hurt, but we know how to navigate these waters. They've never had to do it before. So when they crash out, they're going to want to blame it on Black folks. So don't give them the ammunition by you being all up on the news talking about some, oh yeah, I'm going to go steal, I'm going to go do this. No, you're not. Because we got our people.
Let me tell y'all one thing too. Y'all know why he? Everybody talking about the black people with the EBT card. It be them fucking white folks. They get the most fucking EBT cards that you could think of. That the God's honest truth. Cause them people are coming in the store, have not one, not two, but 3 fucking buckets full of fucking snacks, and y'all worry about us black people with EBT? No, I ain't having that. It's y'all white folks that get the most fucking EBT, and y'all be trying to seem like the black people causing the issue. It's not. It's you white folks causing the issue with this fucking EBT. Get it right, get it correct. I'm sick and tired of y'all trying to blame us black folks for all that negativity. It's not. I ain't going for it. I'm sick of it.
So, to wind up, even as I told you that I'll circle back at the end of this particular show, is that the biggest, tragedy, yes, the biggest tragedy isn't just that the New Deal, once excluded black Americans. It is that decades later that many white Americans still believe that help, like SNAP, belongs to someone else and not themselves. Then they were misled into thinking that welfare is a black issue, and when in truth, the majority of people who depend on it are white. So when they cheer for the benefits cut, rather, they are not striking back at anyone else. They are striking at themselves. It's a proof that racism doesn't just harm those it targets. Wow, that is paradoxical, and it blinds the entire communities to their shared struggles. And the lesson is very clear: poverty has no color, and progress only begins when people stop fighting each other and start fighting inequality together. I go by Sherlock. If it's your first time that you're bumping across this particular channel, how about a thumbs up? This one will do me good. And of course, a tiny little comment motivate me. And of course, your thoughts as far as this particular idea and topic is to go by. See you in the next one.